Alright, well hello out there in YouTube land. I hope you guys are blessed today. As you can see, we're back on this gold colored Sears and Roebuck push mower you guys have all been asking about and telling me to put the carburetor in the ultrasonic. So I'm going to go ahead and tear the carburetor off this thing real quick, and then I will put it in the ultrasonic, and then I'll bring you back when I'm ready to put it back on in a day or two. So we're going to go ahead and get that carburetor off. This thing's been sitting here for a couple of weeks now. I've been working on some other stuff and had a lot going on. So we got two Phillips head screws right here. You guys probably saw in the first video on this thing. I'm just going to pull the whole intake tube and everything. It's easier to do that and then take the carburetor off of that later. For now, we're just going to pop these out. And just get this carburetor off the side of this engine. These two 5/16 up here I got to take off. Fraggle Rock the Rooster's over there saying hello. And like I said, we got two 5/16 up here. We'll yank them out real quick. Drop them right in that pile of leaves. Alright, and then, let's see here. That should move. Oh yeah, I forgot about the fuel line. Carburetor's still leaking some really nice varnishy fuel out. Whoever worked on that the last time sure didn't do a very good job of getting the varnish out of that carburetor, did he? No, he didn't. That guy is me. Sorry to say it. But I got a feeling we're going to get some win out of this thing this time. We'll see though. Alright, carburetor's off. Oh, look, you can see the nice varnish coming out the bottom of that where it's been leaking. I just knocked the linkage rod off. That's not cool. Put that back on somehow. There it is. Okay. Alright, well, I'm going to shut you guys off and I'll bring you back when that carburetor's all cleaned up and ready to go back on. Alright, so it's another day I'm out here working on this Tecumseh carburetor, getting it ready to go in the ultrasonic. I know I told you guys I'd bring you back when it was done, but I haven't had time to get it in yet. This float, I pulled it out, it's got a hole in it. Trying to see where it is. I cleaned around it. Yeah, I don't know if it'll focus on that or not, but right there you can still see some gasoline coming out of it. I hit it with the propane torch and it blew out like a fireball and then it stopped. There's still stuff in it. Don't know if that'll pick up. I'm going to try to drill this out and then solder it up a little bit, but I wanted to show you guys how these floats get a hole in them, and that might lead you to think that the needle valve is bad. It's not the needle valve, it's just the float. When it fills up with gas, it sinks into the gas and then it floods out. So anyways, let me try to drill this out and solder it up. I got the tiniest drill bit I have. Find that hole again. Boy, my eyes are just, there it is right there. Eyes are deceiving me today. Uh-oh, it went right through. Okay. So now we got a big hole. Uh-oh, dogs are going nuts. Man, I might have to drill a second hole to get that out. I don't know. It's not wanting to come out. There it goes. Dogs are going nuts. I have to put them in. Yeah, it's not wanting to come out of there very good. Alright, well, let me get all that out of there. We'll come back. So I took my propane torch and I lit that hole on fire, trying to burn it out. See how well that goes. Looks like it's going okay so far, and it just went out. We'll let it cool off a minute. I'll pick it up and shake it, see if there's anything left in there. Alright, I think I got it. I don't have any electricity out here. I'm gonna try to do this with some solder and a propane torch, and we'll see how it goes. But I'm shaking it and there's nothing coming out of it, so maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to do it. Oop, still a little bit of fumes in there. Still a little bit of fumes in there, I guess. So there must still be quite a bit of fumes in there. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna work too good on this. It's just melting as soon as it hits the torch. As long as there's a flame coming out, it's not sealed, you know that. That's how they weld on the pipeline. I think it's just melting the solder and not doing anything. We're not getting it. We're not getting it. Alright. I might have to figure something else out here. Alright, well, I'm sad to admit it, but I ruined that float. I should have never done that. Wound up burning a hole in it. And it's just screwed up. So I went around, looked in my parts stash. I found another float out of a newer carburetor that I think will work. We're gonna try it. We got nothing to lose really, but the rest of this is gonna go in the ultrasonic, so I'm gonna do that. I won't bore you guys with that because that's just a waiting game there. So we'll come back. Okay, so we're back out here. We got our carburetor pieces fresh out of the ultrasonic. I don't know. I mean, it seems to have come out all right, I guess. A little bummed I destroyed that float. I hope this one's gonna work. We got that pretty clean. The bowl cleaned up decent. Yeah, that's all gone. That looks okay. Needle valve goes down in there, comes right out when we tip it over. So I think that float was definitely the problem. I'm going to chase down through here with a little bit of carb cleaner and stuff real quick, just to make sure everything is open. Okay, that's open. Oh yeah, it's all open. Everything seems to be okay. All right, let's go ahead and start putting our carburetor back together. Okay, got our carb body, got our needle valve here. Go ahead and put our old needle valve on our new float that we hope is going to work. It might work, it might not. Time will tell. It's the closest one I got. If this doesn't work, then maybe next spring I'll order a carburetor for it. I'm not going to do it now. It's getting too close to winter time. If I put a brand new carb on it now, I just have to go through that brand new carburetor next spring again. Not much point in it. Okay, there we go. She's in there. Alright, she's sealing up. That's a good thing. That seems to be good. Alright, let's see here. We got this ratty old bowl gasket here. Throw it back on. Hopefully it don't leak. It looks alright so far. Alright, so put that on. Hope that is correct. Should be. That should be alright. Alright, our bottom piece in our gasket. Tighten that all down. Can't tell if it's going to let anything in it or not. Don't want to have the same problem we had before. Yeah, it's not letting anything in. Same issue we had before with this carburetor. Working. Maybe our float level was not right. Maybe we need to try to do a casual float adjustment here. I don't know. I'm just guessing at this point. Should have probably just ordered a new carburetor, but money's a little bit tight right now, just being honest. Yeah, it's gonna bite me now. It goes on. Okay, let's try that. See how that goes. Alright, so we need to put this back onto, let's see, I think this goes like this. Yeah, you need to go like that. Alright. check go on. Okay, we got a witness mark on there. Yeah, that went on like that. Hopefully you guys are doing okay out there today. I really pray you are. Like I said, last ditch effort on this old Tecumseh here, trying to get her going with the old carburetor. We don't even really know how it's going to run. I mean, we've seen it run for a few seconds a couple of weeks ago on the first video, if I remember correctly. I think we got it to run for a few seconds. I think it just started and die every time we sprayed carb cleaner in it. I never could get it to pull. I cleaned the fuel tank out on it again, and I hope I finally got all that varnish out of there. Man, it was just gross. It was just so nasty. Yeah, just really bad. Really, really nasty stuff. Where is my 7/16 wrench at? I know I got one there. There it is. Okay. I'm gonna get down here. Get a little bit closer. Get the old knees down on the concrete so they can wear out. What do you guys think? Is it actually gonna run this time? I do not know. Don't know. All bets are off at this point. And I don't better gamble anyway. The Lord don't like it. Risks are one thing, blatant gambling is another, I believe. Maybe you might be different, but I don't know. But like I said, I hope and pray you're all doing well. Thank you so much for watching. And hopefully we'll have some success here. If not, well, we'll win together or we'll fail together. How's that? That sounds better, doesn't it? Always love it when I can share a win with you guys. I don't like it when I gotta share a loss with you, but that's part of being honest. Part of telling the truth. Nobody wins all the time. Nobody. Gotta learn how to take the L with the W. It's all part of life. Sounds like we got a nice plane flying overhead today. Hopefully my audio is not too bad. We got some wind noise going on. I'm wearing my mic. Whether it's working or not, I don't know. Seems like it works good one time, the other time it don't. I can't tell you. Man, planes, trains, and automobiles, and lawnmowers, I tell you. We got it all here. We got it all here on the show today. Got every bit of background noise you can ask for. I really hope this thing still has spark. cold this morning, like 33 degrees. Now it's warmed up. It's getting to be maybe 60, 50, 60 something degrees out. I don't know. We're getting there. I'll tell you that much. On there. Thanks on the engine. We're gaining. We're gaining. Oh, you know what? I think I was supposed to put those in there before I put that back on. Ah. Maybe I can pull it out enough to squeak it in there. Maybe. I'm gonna have to take these screws out a little more. Get this out of the way. From the engine a bit. I shouldn't have waited so long to do this. I should have done this a while ago. More, ain't she? Oh, Yeshua, Jesus, please help me. Help this thing to run, Lord, please. Help it to run on its own. Help it to sound good. Help it to not smoke all over creation like that. I worked on an old 3-horse Briggs this morning before this one. I worked on them both at the same time, actually. Got it fired up, got it running good, sounded good, and then it started just oozing smoke out everywhere. I think the head gasket went on it, if I'm honest. Not a big deal, but I don't have one. So. A little bit disheartened there, but did get it running though. Did get it to fire up and run. Not too bad. The fuel system on it was about as bad as this one. But as we all know, Briggses are quite a bit easier to work on. Didn't take near as long. I think the video on this one, the first one, was 1 hour and 37 minutes. And this is part 2, so. Go. There's all that fun stuff. I should have thrown the inlet in there too with that carburetor. I just didn't think about it. Hopefully that won't skip. Moving. Okay. Alright. Okay. Getting there. The question is, does this stay on everything? Kinda. Kinda did. I don't really like the way that's sitting, but we're gonna try it and see what happens. We're going to put some gas in it and see if it pours out everywhere or what. So here we go. Uh-oh, we're leaking out the... I don't have the cap on tight on my fuel can here. I drained the gas out of that Briggs when I was done. I put a full tank in it. That should be more than enough fire to comes off. Don't see anything leaking out of it yet. Alright, let's go ahead and move all our stuff out of the way so it doesn't become a projectile. If this thing does decide to fire off. Okay. What do you guys think? See where I'm at here on my linkages. I think that should be all the way away from the kill switch. Here we go. Here goes nothing. Nothing. Well, let's spray some carb cleaner in it and see if we actually got fuel. Oh, see if we got spark. I mean. Kind of seems like she's doing the same exact thing it did last time. Table's all wobbly. That 3-horse brake kind of destroyed it. Alright, I think we should have had something there, but let me drop the bowl down again. Starting to run out of patience. Well, we got fuel coming out of the bowl. We got fuel in the bowl. She ought to start sucking. Let's try that again. Carburetor. I went through every passage on that thing. It ought to be drawn. It really should be drawing fuel. Literally blowing fuel out the front of it now. Still ain't running. Weird. Sucking air around the bowl. Bowl's not sealing up quite right. That's better than we've got her to run so far though. spray a little coil around there. Maybe that's the magic solution. I doubt it, but you know. Tighten the bowl a little bit. Try it again. Why not? Come on. That is so weird. So weird. Something must still be plugged in that carburetor. Something that I didn't see. So weird. That's so weird, man. That thing ought to run. Got a nice backfire out of it. Spicy. Yeah, it's not drawing fuel like it ought to, is it? Alright, I'm going to take this jacket off. Put my mic up here. Alright. I ain't giving up yet. Just can't imagine why it's not drawing any fuel. Maybe it's still got a vacuum leak. What do I do with that ratchet wrench? I'll tighten her down a little more, but I'm a little nervous about this. Don't want to tighten it down too much and then it doesn't let any fuel in. Alright. Spicy little Tecumseh. Spicy. I'm betting we still got a restriction in that main jet somewhere. Ought not to be that though. I ran a wire through it. Ought not to be. It ought to run. Not cool. Danged old Tecumsehs. They fight hard. They fight very hard. For me anyway, I don't know about you. But I just wondered, hang on, right now it's like it's kind of loose. Well, no. Take her back apart. Just going to disconnect that fuel tank from it right now. just going to leak no matter how I set it in. There we go. There we got it. All right. Gotta love having things apart for like 20 million times. I guess I should have ran a wire through that again before I put it back together, but I didn't. I thought it was going to be clean because I blew through it with carb cleaner. So if carb cleaner can go through it, fuel and air should go through it. Stands to reason, right? Simple physics. Not simple physics, I don't know. At this point, I'm just rambling. It's starting to get a little frustrated here with this mower. I know there's a simple carburetor, and I shouldn't get frustrated, but somehow these Tecumsehs, they just always seem to cause me issues. Every once in a while, I'll get one right, but not here lately. Oh, drop it right on the electrical appliance, Greg. That's great. Bowl still looks good. It's full fuel. Gasket's hanging in there. Alright. Right here is probably our problem. It's the only thing I can see that would cause that. Where she goes up through there. So we're going to rod it out some more here. And I can see that going all the way through that carburetor. I don't know if you can see that or not, but she is. Stands to reason that should be open. Well, that right there might have been plugged. Air hole there. I don't know if that would do it or not, but we're going to try it. Thought I blew through that. Yeah, that's for sure open. It's coming right out. Little bit past there, that's open. I don't see anything else it can be, other than maybe float height. Interesting. This thing should have ran. Let's throw it back together and try it again. I think that's the definition of insanity, though, isn't it? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting the same result. I believe that is the definition of insanity. And there's a picture of a Tecumseh engine with a carburetor, Tecumseh carburetor, right there in the dictionary next to that. Insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result out of a Tecumseh carburetor that you knew was junk to begin with. But isn't it a nice way to spend a Sunday? Isn't it? Out here in God's creation with the birds chirping, breeze blowing, trains. You know, trains, you can take or leave the trains. I mean, I don't hardly notice them that much unless I'm shooting a video where I care about the audio quality. Most time you don't even notice them unless you're paying attention. Alrighty. So I guess it's about time to try this again. Yeah, the bowl cleaned up nice. It says Lawson Power Products, Grafton, Wisconsin. So I mean, this was probably a pretty decent carburetor back in the day, but right now I think you just probably slam wore out. What do we got going on here? That's nice and clean, ain't it? No holes around there to shove a rod through that we can see. I think I did that already. Well, let's put it back together. Try her again. All we can do. If it doesn't work this time, then it's time to give up for today. Maybe next year we'll drag her back out and do her again. Not letting anything through now. And it should be. Yeah, not letting a damn thing. Sorry, Lord. I shouldn't have cussed like that. Usually I don't. Okay, there it is. Oh yeah. Okay. I think I pushed a little bit too hard on that float when I put it in there. She sounds pretty good now. Sounds like it's getting full flow through it. We'll check it again here in a second though. Bowl's not on right. Gasket's fighting me every which way. Whoa, just dropped stuff. Fighting me every which way. Where'd that go? Okay. Joys of working outdoors. Interesting how this works. Bowl gasket. I think that bowl gasket swelled a little bit. It's not wanting to seal right at all. It's not. It's probably our biggest issue here. That dadgum bowl gasket. If it doesn't sit on there right, it's not going to seal. And it could also potentially shut our, oh yeah, we're doing good there. Oh yeah, she's going right in. Playing the flute, don't you know? Okay, there we go. Alrighty, that should be okay. Alright. Come on, wee booger. Sometimes you just need like 3 hands, you know? You really do. They make it where you just really need 3 hands for some of this stuff. Also helps if you get it started on there straight, Greg. Tell you what, 40 hit me like a ton of bricks. It really did. When I was in my 30s and my 20s, I was pretty good. Now that I'm getting older though, I mean, I know I'm not old, but eyesight's starting to kind of go downhill a little bit. And I get tired real easy, I notice anymore. How about you guys? I find myself, fuel everywhere. I find myself excited when Saturday gets here so I can have that day of rest that the Lord graciously blessed us with. And then all I want to do is learn about Him and read about Him and study Him, pray, watch some services. That's all I really want to do on a Saturday anymore. No. Things change in you. The older you get and the more you learn and the more you go through life. Wire back up. Go. We're about ready to try this again for the 98th millionth time. I might be exaggerating a little bit. Forgive me. Okay. Alright, so didn't really change anything. Didn't really make any new adjustments. Nothing of the sort. Uh-oh, we're leaking gas everywhere. There we go. Alrighty, go. Open her up. Alright, now let's see what we got. Same thing. Sure seems like it, huh? Interesting. Okay. Getting a little frustrating, to say the least here. Let's make sure we got something in our bowl. Don't see nothing leaking yet, but no, we got some. Yeah, we got fuel leaking out everywhere. Ready? Hold your finger tight on the bowl. See what happens. Interesting there. definitely flooded now. Okay, let's pull the plug out because it's definitely flooded. I shouldn't have left my hand on it for that many pulls. Trying to hand choke it. Fraggle's over there giving me the side eye. He doesn't like me, especially when I talk or do anything. Oh yeah, we're flooded big time. Oh yeah. First time that's happened on this mower. Alright, roll her over a little bit. Okay. Plug's dried off. Now that we got gas everywhere, maybe it'll just light on fire like that other Craftsman did the other day. I saved it. This one's almost to the point where I don't know if I'd save it or not. But I digress. Literally see it pulsing the bowl gasket while it's running. Alright, well I guess we'll tighten the bowl gasket up a little bit. Yeah, it's dripping. See it dripping now. Okay, I don't want to go any more than that. Come on, old girl. Give me a break here. Give me a break. Yeah, not getting fuel through it for some reason. I don't know if there's something in there I can't get to, this plug. That's what it's acting like. And I boiled her for hours. I mean, the carburetor looks pretty clean, looks like brand new. Just don't want to keep running for whatever reason. I don't know. I really don't understand that. Try it a little bit here. Just try it a little bit more. Crazy. Now it's like we got nothing. I think it's a combination of that flow. Something else in this carburetor. What I think.
like a banshee, man. Smoking like a freight train. Either got stuck range or that engine is wore slam out. And I don't know which. I'll back that off a little bit more. It acted like it wanted to run a little bit. Yeah, she's puffing and smoking like mad. Running lean as all get out, boy. It's got something still kind of plugged in it. Probably a lock plug. Gushing fuel out now. Yeah, something's wrong with that jet. Something's wrong with that jet in there for sure. Something definitely messed up in that carburetor. Oh, and I've just about given it all I'm going to give it. I'm going to try one more thing here that I don't think should really matter, but I could be wrong because it is a Tecumseh. I'm going to put the air cleaner on it. We'll see what happens. Oh, not wanting to clamp back on there, right? Okay, which way is this thing gotta go? I took it off. It stands. I should remember how it goes on. Well, I bet it goes right like that. Yep, it does. Silly me. Starting to get a little wore out here. Okay. It's on there. And it's probably still not going to start. Nope. Alright. I think I'm good on this one. Well, I gave her 2 real good tries. Did everything in the book besides putting a brand new carburetor on it, and I'm not sure it's worth that. Did kind of start cleaning up on the oil blow there at the end, but I'm not so sure it's not out of oil right now. It's not knocking, but it was low when we began. I know it's not over full. But she might just be a wore out old Tecumseh. Good possibility. Probably should have took that out with it running, seen how much blow by it's got. That would have told us something, wouldn't it? She ate quite a bit. Not down yet, but she ate quite a bit of oil. Oh, well, what can we say there? Spirit, give me the words here, please. The agony of defeat again. Seems like we're losing more than we're winning, but we're working on a lot of stuff that's just really, it's been sitting a long time. Long time. Longer than it ever was intended to or designed to. And when you're trying to do things with, you know, no money, no parts, very little tools, it gets hard to do that. That's exactly how life is a lot of the time. I think it's Ephesians 6 says we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spirits, principalities, and the rulers of this world. Our fight is not here in the physical, it is in the spiritual, that is for sure. And for whatever reason, it could be God's sovereignty, it could be, you know, something else felt like it wanted to mess with me. It could just be my own forgetfulness or lack of knowledge. I don't know. Could be. Could just be simply that carburetor is just no good. For whatever reason today, the Lord didn't give us the victory, but we always have the victory when we're with Jesus because His blood covers a multitude of sins. Did you know that? Jesus Christ died the most gruesome death a person could die. He literally hung on a cross naked. They took His clothes, rolled dice, cast lots for His clothes, drove nails through His hands and His feet. He was whipped, He was scourged. They put a crown of thorns on His head and then hit Him over the head with it. Blood ran down His brow. And then He hung there on the cross and literally died a slow, painful death of asphyxiation while slowly bleeding to death from your extremities. Why would somebody do that when they did nothing wrong? He was without sin. He had no sin. He was literally the only perfect man there's ever been in the sight of God. And He did that for you and me. He took on our sin. He took on our transgressions. He knew them all. He knew them all. He took them all on that cross for you and me so that we might have a shot at redemption and spending eternity with God someday. So please, if you don't know who Jesus is, please accept Him as your Lord and Savior. Ask Him into your heart, repent from your sins, turn from Him, and then read about Him, learn about Him in the Bible. And, you know, when you do something wrong, when you mess up, repent and turn away from it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. God bless you.